Well, good evening, and welcome to the Auburn Zoning Board of Appeals for Thursday, October 16th, 2025. My name is Michael Marin. I am vice chair, but I'll be acting chair this evening. If our chairman, Mr. Tatro, is watching, we wish him goodwill and a speedy recovery. So I've got a couple of preliminary comments before we begin this evening. We'll call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. on October 16th. I'd like to welcome everyone. Please note that the meeting is being recorded by the Auburn Cable Television. Is there anyone recording the meeting tonight in the audience? Okay. Not seeing any. Thank you. Before we proceed, I would just want to remind everyone, ensure the meeting runs smoothly and efficiently, respectfully. Only one person speaking at a time. Each speaker must be recognized by the chair before proceeding. We'll also adhere to our established agenda. We have two hearings this evening. One, a new hearing that is continued from the last meeting, and then a second applicant where we'll be administering a follow-up. During the last meeting, we did not have a full complement on the board. We actually had three board members, so we'll be taking a revote on that hearing, and we'll see if the applicant does in fact come. But if they don't, we can proceed with that business. Okay, so in the interest of time, we'll limit each speaker's comments to 2 minutes. If there isn't any public comment, please be concise, avoid repetition in any of the points that you'd like to address. Already being addressed by others. So I'd like to ask my fellow board members and all in the room to join me in saluting the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So the two hearings that we have this evening, the first we can begin, and it's actually, if the board members remember, it's a continuation. We did open the hearing and agree to continue at the applicant's request last time. So we'll take that. We are a four-member board this evening, and with the special permit before us, it will require a supermajority for the vote. Given that we are open and continued from the last hearing, I'll go ahead and read, but we don't have to open the hearing, and then we'll invite the applicant up to speak. So at 6 p.m., applicant Amanda Correa, requesting a special permit under section 3.9.1.2 of the Auburn zoning bylaws for a home occupation at 21 Hill Street, Auburn, Mass., map 65, parcel 61. And I believe the applicant's here. So if you could approach the lectern and state your name for the record, and then tell us what you'd like to accomplish.
All right, it's Amanda Correa, and I would like to open up it's basically just like a home spa. So it would take one client at a time, and it would be for a head spa and a blow drying station. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Anything else? And we did read your brief. We saw the paperwork that was submitted. Anything else before I open it up to the board for questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Why don't we go ahead and open it up to the board for questions? Ms. Bush?
Is there off-street parking for the clients? Would they?
So I have driveway parking. Our driveway is about 30 feet long. Just kidding, 300 feet long. So it definitely has enough space, but like I said, I would only take one client at a time, so there would never be an issue of parking.
Okay. And would there be any kind of signage outside the house?
Yeah, probably at the bottom of the driveway, I would put a sign, because we're pretty set far back.
Okay. Like how big would the sign be, do you think?
I haven't gotten that far, but it would
Okay.
not be large. It would be just big enough that people would know where to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Bush. Mr. Cussy?
Yeah. Any employees?
No, just myself.
Hazardous materials. What are you going to be using? Are there any hazards?
No, it would basically just be shampoo, conditioner, everything like that you would use for yourself, for your own hair.
Not cutting hair or coloring hair or?
Not coloring hair, no. Possibly cutting hair if requested, but it's primarily just going to be more of like a relaxation head spa. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Cussin. Ms. Roach?
I just have a couple questions. So I see the drawing that you provided on the,
Yes.
like, graph paper, I guess, for lack of better terms.
Yes.
And so I just want to understand, we also have this like, picture of like the overview, you know, from the house.
Yes.
And so the salon area
Yes.
is located like right next to the garage, so it's not basement, it's like entry level, is that?
Yes, so it actually is the garage. So we're
Okay.
we're transforming one of the garage bays into the salon space.
Okay, so you're just losing part of your garage space?
Yes, it's a 2-bay garage, so one of the bays would be dedicated. Yeah.
Become the space, okay, and I noticed in your brief, but just again, for anyone who's watching at home, it is going to have a private entrance separate from your house?
Yes, there'll be no access to the house.
Okay, and again, I saw it in the brief, but just again, for the folks at home and for the record, the hours of operation you intend to be 8:30 in the morning to 7:30 at night, Monday through Saturday, but by appointment only.
Yes, by appointment only, yep.
Okay. I don't have any other questions for the applicant.
Thank you, Ms. Roche. Just a quick follow-up. So in the space that you've got this intended, and you've got some, I'll call it equipment, but just the build-out for the chair, the sink, those kinds of things. Is that infrastructure already there?
No, we'll be building that.
Okay, so you'll be building that. Okay. Gary, that'll require a permit?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then that'll be inspected and you'll go through that process. Okay. All right. Did you have anything else to add to your application?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go around again. Any questions, any additional questions or follow-up? Nope. Okay, the chair is good. Okay. No one in the audience I'm seeing that might want to speak on the applicant's behalf or any abutters that want to speak, but I'll ask just in case. I'm not missing anyone. Very good. So, okay. So I'll take a motion to close the public portion of the hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so is there a motion for the 6 PM applicant or any questions for discussion?
I think just a little discussion from me, just in terms of, I think this is maybe usually a little more than what we see in terms of home occupation. That being said, you know, again, making the note that we always appreciate when people come and ask for permission instead of coming before us in 5 years and asking for forgiveness because somebody has complained. So I think we always give the applicant, you know, some props really for coming and saying, and also, you know, this type of setup, it's not cheap. You know, they're going to invest a serious amount of money to make this happen. So even though I think it is maybe a little bit more than what we typically have allowed in the past, I think their property itself, it's very secluded, it's back off the road. They're certainly not going to interfere with any traffic or any neighbors, you know, keeping appointments to one person at a time and hopefully not even overlapping those, giving space in between for one person to leave before the next person comes. I think the way this property is set up, it actually does really fit this size of property and where this is. I think there's some areas in town where I probably wouldn't be okay with this. But I do think that it shows a serious investment, certainly an investment in their property and in the community. So I'm all for it, I think, but I did want to make a few notes because I think it is a little off the beaten path of what we normally allow.
Thank you very much. I mean, really thoughtful questions. I must agree. I'll just add that it certainly is more than our typical home occupation, even, and we take all of our applicants independently and separately, but even with a lot of the home bakers, I'll call them, that come in and
Yeah.
have a bit of infrastructure, maybe some modifications inside the home, there's a significant, I would acknowledge that there's a significant investment in the home, in this approach. In addition, I would just echo what you said. I completely agree with you. I mean, an applicant that comes through in good faith and says, this is what I'm intending to do versus this is what I'm going to hide in the house. And unfortunately, we do see that at times, and folks come and ask for forgiveness. So I would always acknowledge and admire the applicants and the residents that come forward and essentially say that we want to do things the right way, the correct way. So we absolutely want to acknowledge that. And I'll just end on, to echo your other point, that based on the location, right? So this is a nice piece of property that is, I won't say secluded, but it gives it its certain privacy. So if you're talking about one client at a time, it's certainly not going to be disruptive to a traffic pattern or a flow or parking. So, yeah, I thank you very much for your comments. Ms. Cussy, anything additional?
I agree with everything you just discussed.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's very,
Well, I appreciate the board, as always, being extremely thorough in walking through these. Okay, so with the comments that we've shared, is there a motion to be made for the 6 PM applicant?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve the 6 PM application requesting a special permit under section 3.9.1.2 of the Auburn zoning bylaw for home occupation at 21 Hill Street, Auburn, Mass, map 65, parcel 61, with standard conditions.
Okay, thank you very much for that. The motion's been made. Is there a second?
yeah, I'll second.
Okay, made in second. So let's take a roll call vote. Ms. Bush?
Yes, approve.
Mr. Cussy? Approve. Ms. Roach?
Approve.
And the chair approves. So it's unanimous. You've been approved. I know you'll be in contact with the building department, Mr. Allard, to take next steps. But thank you very much for being here. And good luck to you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Not too far behind, at the risk of being just a few minutes behind for our 6:05 applicant. And so this action was voted on at last meeting again. But although the vote was taken on 9/18 due to a required supermajority vote, another vote is necessary. So what I'd like to do to make sure that we walk through this correctly is I'd like to open the hearing and step through the process, see if there are any questions from the board. I don't see the applicant present, so I don't think that we'll be entertaining any specific questions or need the brief reviewed. So with that, a 6:05 PM applicant, Norma Loha, I believe, requesting a special permit under section 7.6.1.1 of the Auburn zoning bylaw for an existing sign at 284 Southbridge Street, Auburn, Mass, map 24, parcel 25. You have a motion to open the hearing?
Motion to open the hearing.
I'll second.
In second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so as described, this applicant was before us with their brief previously. Does the board have any questions about this application?
No, none.
No, and I will note that I did watch the hearing, and I didn't have any questions after, and I will comment, the sign is beautiful. I will just forth that because all of you commented that the sign was beautiful, so.
You did watch.
I did watch it.
Not that I would question you, you said so, but that's great. No, that's great, and that gives us an opportunity to be a full voting board this evening. All right, thank you very much, Ms. Bush, for that and that acknowledgement. Okay, so not seeing any,
Through the chair,
Ms.
I just
Snell?
want to go on record. So we did reach out to Miss Roja, Norm Roja, and we told her her presence wasn't required, that it was just a revote, and we explained to her she was fine with that. So Adam and myself both told her she didn't need to be here tonight, so.
excellent. No, that's great. No, I appreciate that very much. And not seeing anyone, but I'll just ask if there are any abutters that'd like to speak on the applicant? Not seeing any? Okay, very good. Okay, so we have satisfied opening the hearing. We've also confirmed that all of our board members can vote this evening on this application. So I'll take a motion to close, unless there are any other comments?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Is there a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, so is there a motion for the 6:05 PM applicant Norma Loha requesting a special permit under section 7611 as stated?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to grant.
I'll second that motion.
Very good. Any conditions applied?
Just the standard conditions.
Okay. All right, so a motion's been made to approve with standard conditions and second, so we'll take a roll call vote. Ms. Roche?
Approve.
Ms. Cussy, excuse me.
Approve.
Ms. Bush?
Approve.
And the chair approves. Okay, so we've got all voting members approving that application.
Through the chair, I do have a copy of that.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
Excellent. And, yep, and given that we don't have any forward business other than administrative, we'll take a minute to sign that so that we can button that up. Nice pen.
Also through the chair, I'm just going to pass down this Mullen rule. that-
Oh, sure.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I
Ms.
was
Bush has to
going to
fill
ask
out.
Ms. Bush if she had done that, so we'll give her a chance to fill that out as well. Excellent. Okay. So as far as administrative actions and activities tonight, we've got decisions, 284 Southbridge Street, special permit for a sign, revote and sign. We've just done that, right? So we're good. And then we have amended minutes for October 21st, 2025. And are they both amended, Mr.?
Just through the chair, so the August 21st meeting minutes that were approved at the last meeting had Mr. Garabedian mentioned as members present, which he wasn't.
Okay.
It's not mentioned anywhere else. It was a typo error from carried over. As we know, he stepped down as he graduated law school. Congratulations, Mr. Garabedian. And also, at the last page, there was an error. The vote was actually 5-0, but it said 4-0, so I corrected that.
Thank you, and really astute catches, so thank you very much for that. So can I have a motion to accept the minutes as amended for August 21st and the September 18th, 2025 minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. Ms. Fallon, do we have any other administrative business?
We do not. The next meeting will be held on November 20th.
Next meeting indeed, November 20th, 25. I just want to close this evening again by wishing our chairman well. He suffered an accident, and so he is in recovery and healing, and so hopefully we'll see him soon. So, Bob, if you're watching, hopefully that you're feeling better already and that you'll be rejoining us soon. And I just want to acknowledge, I'll take an opportunity. So Tuesday night, I had the pleasure of attending and speaking on behalf of myself and the board for Larry Ciccolo's retirement from the board. And what was most impressive was not only the board that he served on for 12 years, but the fact that he dedicated additional time to this town as an appointed constable. He now currently serves in a position at the DPW. And so there were a myriad of things that Mr. Ciccolo has done over the years and continues to do to serve this town. And so it was my honor, quite frankly, to speak on behalf of the board and acknowledge Larry. I can't let it pass without my appreciation for the board and Bob's support to propose this to the Board of Selectmen and their unanimous support of being able to do that with that proclamation. And our own Darlene Coyle, who was there that evening, that had gifts. And one of the things that touched me that I thought was great that later in the evening, Larry and I joked about was that Ms. Coyle was thoughtful enough to give Larry his namesake.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah.
And so I do know for a fact that he has that proudly displayed on his desk now.
Oh, that's
near
great.
his computer.
Thank you, Larry.
So Ms. Coyle, thank you very much for that and making it quite an evening for Larry. That was great. So with that, I won't keep us, but Thank you very much. And Board of Selectmen, thank you for your support in acknowledging that and allowing us to recognize Larry. And if Larry is watching, I wish him well, and I'll be home soon to catch up on football with him. Okay, any other business for the board? Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.